Okay, here we go. We're going to do these logarithmic equations, part 1. We're going to solve by rewriting using the definition of logarithm. The definition of logarithm is written here. And before we can do the definition of logarithm, we must know our base, and then we can move from there. So our first problem is log base 4 of x plus 8 equals 3, and my base is 4. And so I'm going to be able to rewrite this equation using my definition of logarithm as 4 to the third power equals x plus 8. And then I can solve this pretty easily. I have x plus 8 is equal to 64. I'm going to subtract 8 on both sides. And I have x is equal to 56. Now, with all log equations, we need to make a check to make sure that we are not taking the log of a negative. So if I put my 56 right there where x is, the question is, do I get a negative? And I don't. So this answer checks, and that is correct. The second problem has a natural log. I need to make sure I know what my base is, because it doesn't look at me. I don't see it. And so if I remember that natural log is the same as log base e, then this problem becomes log base e of x is equal to 7. And then I can rewrite it now that I know my base. My base is e, so this is going to be e to the 7th is equal to x. Now, no more solving is needed for this one. This is what we call an exact answer. A calculator would give me an approximate decimal, and I don't want that. I want the exact answer. Okay, now these are much more complicated than the ones we just did. We have got to condense these logarithms together. There are 3 of them, and we need to condense them so that there is only one. So the addition is going to condense these 2 into multiplication. So that's going to create log base 3 of x minus 8 times x minus 3. And then we have the minus. Okay, so now the minus is going to condense these 2 into a division so that we have, let's not use that color, let's try purple. There we go. Log base 3 of x minus 8 x minus 3 over x, and that's equal to 1. And so that is what we will use. So now we know our base is 3, and we're going to write this using the exponential format. It would be 3 to the first power is equal to x minus 8 times x minus 3 over x. And I have to solve that equation. And we'll come over here to the other side to do that. That's going to give me 3 is equal to x squared minus 11x plus 24 over x. If you need to FOIL that out on scratch paper, do that, but that's all I did. I'm going to multiply both sides by x to get rid of that fraction. And I'm going to have 3x is equal to x squared minus 11x plus 24. It's a quadratic, so I'm going to subtract the 3x on both sides. And I get x squared is equal to, x squared minus 14x plus 24 equals 0. This is factorable. If you need to stop the video at any time so that you can get caught up, please do it. So it's factored into x minus 12 and x minus 2. And so my answers are x equal 12 and 2. Now, I have to check my answers. So I'm going to take the 12 and I'm going to bring and mentally check up here at the very beginning of my problem. If I put a 12 in the beginning of my problem, will I get a negative? No. Will I get a negative here? No. So 12 is good. Let me erase that. 12 checks. But 2. If I put a 2 in for x on that first logarithm, I'm going to get log base 3 of negative 6, which is not allowed. Cannot do that. So my official answer is x equal 12, because we're throwing away the 2. Alright. Next problem, much quicker. I'm going to subtract log of x plus 6 on both sides because I need the logs together. So that's going to give me log of 2x plus 7 minus log of x plus 6 equal 1. Now, I must know what my base is. So let's look. This is base 10. It's not written there. You have to know that. Alright? And then the minus, I can put these together using the division again. So I have 2x plus 7 over x plus 6. And this is equal to 1. 10 is my base. So now this I can rewrite in my exponential form. 10 to the first power is equal to 2x plus 7 over x plus 6. I'm going to multiply both sides by x plus 6. It's going to give me 10 times x plus 6 is equal to 2x plus 1. And then I'll distribute my 10, so I have 10x plus 60 equal 2x plus 1. And then I'm going to solve for x. That's going to give me 8x. Oh, wait a minute. That's a 7. That's not a 1. Let's fix that. That's going to give me 8x equal negative 53. So that means x is negative 53 over 8. Okay, we have to check it. Negative 53 over 8 is approximately negative, I'm going to use my calculator. Said I wasn't going to use it, but I'm going to use it. Negative 6.625. And that's not actually approximate, that's actually what it is. And so I've got to check to see if this actually will work. And it will not. If I take this and I put it right there, I'm going to get a negative number. And I can't take the log of a negative. Answer is removed. This one is no solution. That's such a shame. All that hard work and no answer. Y'all, it's just math. It's just math, y'all.